vigilant against entities with known affiliation to terrorist organizations. A reassessment and drawdown of the UN sanctions regime is also warranted to ensure that essential economic and humanitarian initiatives are not hindered. The resurgence of violence, shocking violence, as has been reported, particularly along Syria's western coast, is deeply concerning. Sectarian strife threatens to undermine peaceful political transition besides exacerbating the humanitarian challenges. We urge an immediate and permanent end to all violence, protection of civilians in line with international law, and a credible, independent investigation into the recent incidents. Era of impunity must be in the past, as noted by the Special Envoy. In this regard, we welcome the establishment of an independent committee by the Syrian interim authorities and look forward to its findings. Israel's repeated and continuing incursions and airstrikes into Syrian territory, continued violations of the 1974 Disengagement of Forces Agreement, and its declared intent for an indefinite presence and full demilitarization of southern Syria are unacceptable, constitute blatant violation of Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and undermine international law and regional stability. We echo the Special Envoy's condemnation of these illegal actions and Israeli military escalations in Syria, and reaffirm this Council's 14th March presidential statement, which upholds Syria's sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity, and specifically calls on all states to respect these principles and to refrain from any action or interference that may further destabilize Syria. Israel must cease its incursions forthwith, and this Council must hold Israel to its obligations, and as also emphasized by the Special Envoy. Madam President, the agreement between Syria's interim government and the Syrian Democratic Forces to integrate all civil and military institutions marks a significant step towards national unity. Meanwhile, the persistent terrorist threat, particularly from Al-Qaeda and ISIS affiliates and the foreign terrorist fighters, remains a grave concern. The 1267 Sanctions Committee and its monitoring team must continue vigilant assessment to prevent any resurgence of terrorism. The humanitarian crisis in Syria remains dire, with over 16.5 million people in urgent need of assistance. More than 90% of Syrians live in poverty, and over half the population is food insecure. The international community must intensify its efforts to address these urgent needs while also supporting Syria's long-term recovery. Madam President, a durable peace in Syria hinges on a credible political transition, national unity and reconciliation, and inclusive governance. The international community must remain steadfast with necessary political and economic support. Pakistan stands firmly with the resilient people of Syria in the pursuit of peace and stability. I thank you.
And I thank the representative.